think we're working. What's all these like notification things? Hmm. Oh, it says I'm talking. We don't need that. Oh, multi-stream. Let's see what we got going on. If you're on, let me know if you can hear me. I'm just working on a shirko. And I lost the part somewhere. Oh, there it is. I see it. All right. So anyway, I'm just sitting here working on bikes, getting things ready. Got a big tour going on the next few days. So there's a lot to prepare. And I figured while I'm sitting here talking to myself, I might as well hop online because it's been a minute. Hey, good. So, um, yeah, just getting all these bikes prepped tonight. Had a really cool tour. It's actually with the Make-A-Wish Foundation. They this kid, his name's Tyler. You'll probably see a bunch of him on my social media over the next few days. But Tyler overcame cancer. He just turned 18, and his wish was to actually go to Romania and ride. But Romania is a little far away, a little difficult to make that happen. So the next best thing is to come ride Utah with me. Um, so Make a Wish reached out, asked if I could make this tour happen. I'm like, yeah, let's do this. So Tyler, his brother, and I believe it's his stepdad are coming out for 3 days, the next 3 days to ride with me. So we're gonna go cruise around the Uintas, find some single track, and have a good time. So yeah, so I'm getting their bikes ready. It's been a busy week with kids racing. We shoot some content for a project that you'll see later with my truck. Pretty excited about it. And then, oh, what else we got going on? I mean, if we've officially began guiding in the Uintas. The snow has rescinded enough that oh yes, made it in the garbage. Um, the snow's rescinded enough that we can actually start guiding. So did the first UTV tour, done some moto tours. Yeah, we're moving on. Pretty good to get going. Something else that's cool. We're almost completely sold out on the Chile trip. The Chile trip is end of August, last week of August, first week of September, essentially. Um, we have one spot left for the September week. Basically, we'll fly in. I want to say it's the 30th to 31st, and then ride that whole first week of September and fly back. So, gonna be fun. Or if you already live in Chile, come along. Let's see here. So, Sherco stopped charging. A lot of times, Sherco's stator goes bad or the voltage regulator goes bad. So, we're gonna go with voltage regulator. It's more common than the other. If that don't work, we'll just ride a different bike. Do this. I got this like flexi tool here. I actually found it on the ground one day, but it's been the best thing ever. So whoever lost that, thank you. It's made my life a lot better. But Churcos are kind of a pain to work on. Not the easiest motorcycle. So going back to Chile, Yeah, it's kind of official. We have one spot left. Hoping to get that filled soon. Will be really cool to sell out the first trip that we've done down to Chile. It's going to be a great time. Fleet of all Ski-Doo snowmobiles because, well, we love Ski-Doo, right? Sorry, might be loud for a second. I got to get this on. But yeah, looking forward to getting to Chile. It's starting to snow down there. If you saw my buddy Emiliano riding with me all this winter, we're staying down at his operation. Um, that sled that we had built him this year, and we sent it to Chile back in April sometime, and it just got to him today. So he sent me some photos. Pretty cool to see that. Why won't this go on? I don't know. Sure it goes, man. Like some things are so easy to work on with these sleds, and other things are just a nightmare. This is one of those nightmare projects. All right, what else is next? What else we got going on? We got some more trips planned out of the country too. Trying to think of what else. Nothing I can really say right now, just because nothing's been confirmed. But be on the lookout. Be on the Mountain Slayers page. Sign up for the newsletter. We're gonna start releasing trips on that and let people know when the next stuff is. We do have some of our slaycations coming up where you can come out and ride with either Weldon and myself or Aaron Case and myself. We're going to do a Southeast Idaho trip. Um, got some stuff in St. George going on. Hopefully, you can come stay at the Flow Motorsports house in St. George soon. Uh, got some killer stuff we're going to do down there. So, but these event-based stuff is pretty cool. Um, you can get out, you can see some cool terrain, but also um, on the bigger scale of things, you can meet new homies to ride with. And I think that's, you know, pretty important. It's always fun to meet new dudes. I mean, I have so many, just this last year of my life being able to ride internationally, I've met a lot of um, riders from all over the world. And I've been seeing them at different events and stuff, and it's super cool. So it's just cool to have friends all over that share the same passion as you. But as we move into guide season here, I forgot how much work this is. This is an insane amount of work. To find the right stuff here. I forget that it's like a lot of late nights, early mornings, especially lately. Lately, I really haven't had time to do anything but work. So it's a lot of preparation goes into this stuff. There's a lot of guys who say that they want to get into this. They want to own a tour company. They want to start guiding. DJ, you live the dream. But I don't think a lot of you understand how much effort goes into this. Um, just for example, the last week of my life, it's been 6 a.m., start working till midnight, and then trying to sleep, but not doing a good job because my brain's just spinning the whole time. Like, dude, what do I got going on? What do I got going on? So my advice to you is hire lots of employees, which I've been trying to do. If you're interested in guiding side-by-side tours or dirt bike tours, and you have some medical training, whether that be a minimum wilderness first aid, or maybe I get a lot of guys who have, EMT experience or something, or they were a medic in the military. I like people to have wilderness first responder, but it's it's something that we can work towards. We don't need necessarily. We can work there, but you do need some sort of um, medical training just because, stuff happens in the backcountry. Normally, it's actually running across the public out there doing dumb things, but every once in a while, I get a client that gets a little too rowdy, and we got to address some things. So good to have. Sorry, just getting some tools here, figuring out what all I need. Circo's done a pretty good job though with their plastics. I gotta admit they're one of the easier bikes to work on when it comes to putting all the plastics back on the thing. All right. So anyway, yeah, if you guide, if you have previous experience guiding, you're looking to do some more of that, please let me know. Um, I am currently looking for motorcycle and side-by-side guides. So that being said, hit me up. Now I lost my losing tools all over the place tonight. Sherco's have this cool catch can, but they put this the bolt for it in like the worst place ever. It's like such a pain to get to. Well, the other night I learned that the Sherco is really easy to do top end on. It's probably one of the easiest bikes I've ever done a top end on. Going back to guiding though, if you think you're going to start one of these companies, the biggest thing is permitting. I've met a couple guys. There's been a few guys come look at bikes I had for sale, and they're like, "Yeah, I'm starting this tour company," and I was like, "Oh yeah, tell me more." And then they realize that I own a tour company because they start asking questions like, "Why do you have so many bikes?" Um, is this what I do? Oh no, this is not going well in here. You have to get the manual way of doing things. Sucks when you have to actually turn wrenches, We have all these cool tools these days. All right. But once they learn, like, hey, you got to have permitting to do this. There's special insurance, high risk insurance we got to have to do this. Then they're like, oh, wait, what? Really? I'm like, yeah, really. Can't just fly by the night. I mean, you can. There's plenty of guys who do, and then there's also guys who are guiding that are skirting around it, being like, "Oh, I'm just selling a vacation package. Like, I'm just selling lodging, and I give GPS coordinates." It's like, guy, you're guiding, dude. But you know, that's how they're trying to skirt around it. So makes it hard to actually advertise and really build a business when you're operating like that, though. Ah, I gotta take that piece of plastic back off. Gotta put the pipe on. Totally forgot that. With the KTM, you can get away with that. So repeat, repeat a set. But there's still a couple of these guys are still out there guiding, doing their thing, advertising a little bit on Facebook. I see it all the time on Instagram. I'm not going to turn you in. Don't worry. You'll find out the hard way one day. I don't have to do it for you. I'm pretty grateful though. Ran into one of the district rangers in one of my permitted areas to ride um, yesterday, and it's just cool to be able to have that relationship with the Forest Service and them walk up to you and be like, "Hey, man, have you started guiding yet? How's the season going? What can we do for you?" And it's like, dude, what can I do for you guys? Like, it's a dream to be able to operate up here. So, you know, another reason why you want to be legit because these land managers are actually really awesome people, and support your business, and it's a pretty cool thing to say that you can build a business inside of the forest. Not a lot of people get that opportunity. Wow, this is a pain. Forget how two stroke is so freaking. It sucks to get all over you on the pipe. Sometimes different elevations, these things just run so sploogey. Yes, sploogey. That is a word. Anyway, I don't know how many people are listening because it's been a minute since I've done this. But if you got any questions about guiding or what we got going on, hit me up in the comments. Oh, what else was I going to talk to you guys about? Oh, kids racing. We're coming down to the final days. The boys are about done with their first season. Um, Super proud of them. They've both done really amazing. They've both given it, um, good effort this year. And I've got to say, I'm just really impressed with how much progress they've had. If you look at Tyson, especially, he he's, I mean, in some capacity, Tyson's actually pretty new to motocross racing. Um, we kind of got him into riding later in the game, um, just because I didn't want to press my kids too hard on this life of motorcycles because my whole life has been riding motorcycles, and I sometimes worry like should I do the same thing for them, but in all honesty, they've wanted it. So here we are. Been cool to see though. But progressing, I feel like they're both in good classes. They kind of, match their skill level. At first, I wasn't sure. I'm like, ah, is this the right class to put him in? But it's been good. Good results. Kind of they hang in the top half of all their classes, which I'm stoked about it. It's good to see. I try not to push him, just like, yo, go out, have fun, do your thing, you know. I don't want to be serious. I've seen some Moto Dad drama already unfold and dudes yelling at their kids. And I'm just like, why, man? Why? Like, it's so dumb. Your kids should be out there having fun, and everyone's acting like it's super cross and your kids are getting paid big money or something. But look, man, you're at a local track, just having fun. You should enjoy it. You should enjoy that time with your kids. For me, this has been one of the most enjoyable years of my life because I've been riding with my kids. So for those of you tuning in, I'm prepping dirt bikes. Got a big tour next 3 days. We're gonna be riding, so I gotta get all my bikes ready and yeah, it's work on Sherco night. So I still gotta do fork seals on this thing tonight. Gonna be a long night, but anyway, yeah. If nobody has any questions, Chili Trip's coming up. We still have one spot. That's end of August. It's the first week of September is the one spot we have available. You can find the web or the details on that on the website, mountainslayers.com. Um, Dirt bike tours, we're rolling. We've got that going on. Yeah, the single track in Utah is pretty sweet right now. There's a little bit of snow in a couple places. So there's a couple places left we can't quite get to yet, but overall, the riding is plenty to come out and ride for like 3 days. If you're coming from out of state to ride Utah, I recommend coming for a few days and riding. And I get a lot of day trip guys and like, oh, this is cool, like you live in such a cool, and I'm like, dude, I haven't even taken you to the really cool spots yet because I gotta kind of evaluate you day one to see if you can even handle this stuff, right? Before we venture into the really good stuff. So come for a few days if you're gonna come out. Let's see what else. On the electric front with electric motorcycles, Chart Cycle Works has started doing um their group rides. Where you can come out, you can test some of the bikes. We've got that going on. We had the last one on this past Sunday. I wasn't there, but we did it out at Cherry Creek. A lot of fun. So not sure when the next one's gonna be. To be real with you guys, I've been kind of more focused on my business lately and not so much the charge cycle work side. Unfortunately, just a lot of things going on with Mountain Slayers. I just did the DRZ thing. Did Went out and guided the global launch for the new Suzuki DRZ 400. That bike is amazing. I'm gonna do more girl rides with Illa. Yes, so Illa, friend of mine, Tana, up in Wyoming. She has this cool women's crew. Women's. It's like an app where women get together and they go on adventures together and do stuff like that. We did an Illa ride, so we had a bunch of women come out, ride the electric motorcycles. They loved it. So we're gonna do more stuff. I think July 19th we have something penciled in for a UTV slash paddleboard event, which will be cool. So. Um, my wife, Jessica, she's gonna have to lead that. I'm just gonna go and help support. But yeah, we'll be doing some more women's stuff with Illa. Super cool. So if you're a female and you're looking for other friends to get out and do fun stuff with, check out Illa. It's just ILLA. I believe she has an app on the App Store and there's a website. Um, yeah. What else? What else? Oh, my Nepal video. Close to having the Nepal video done. it's is a lot. I was in Nepal for 2 weeks riding, and just a lot of stuff to sort through. So, um, I'm not trying to make it a 3 hour, you know, um, feature get into the adventure. So, yeah, that's it. That's all. I'm gonna go. I gotta rip the forks off this bike, and I gotta also put jets in the carburetor. So, you guys have a good night, and we will talk soon. I'll try and live stream a little more. It's just chaos.